Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Patreon podcast. This week, I wanted to talk about how you can't build a perfect system. I was thinking about this relating to like entropy, which is essentially just like you can't create energy. It can only be transferred. It's like the laws of thermodynamics. And usually some of that energy is lost as heat, and then that energy is just kind of gone forever. And while that, doesn't really relate directly to the idea of creating a perfect system, but I am trying to think, and this came to me while I was trying to plan more and trying to better understand how I wanted to approach 2023 and kind of my creative direction in general in the future. And I was thinking about, it's like I wanted to do certain things on certain months and, still doing my song a week thing and all of this stuff. And I realized that even though I created this system which would work, it doesn't take into account any kind of life events that might happen. Like if I get sick or if a family member gets sick and I need to help take care of them. It's just like, yes, that is a great system, but it is unsustainable if literally anything happens. And I think that it's okay to kind of plan for that level of entropy or that level of kind of chaos that happens when you're working on building like a system for your future, just kind of planning things out. And I wanted to kind of address that because it's something that I never really thought of directly before, even though it's been something that I've definitely taken into account in the past. But like having those kind of pressure breaks where that you have some extra time off. So if something does happen, you have time allocated for that. And I think that that's very important and something that's not always taken into account sometimes, at least for me. Like I can't speak for everybody, but I know that sometimes I plan things and I plan them to the point where everything would work perfectly if nothing wrong ever happened, which, like I said, is not sustainable in any kind of long-term system. So I wanted to just kind of shine a light on that, and not only for myself, but just in general to kind of recognize that no system is perfect and that it'll always have, extra friction and extra loss of energy and all of that other stuff that's going to happen. And you just need to take that into account when you're building and planning, because it can be very easy to forget. So, I mean, that's really kind of it. Like, I just wanted to make sure that this is something that other people thought of when they were planning, because, it's getting close to the end of the year, and it's always good to, have a little plan at the end of the year and try to see what you can do next year and all that other stuff. So, yeah, that's all I've got this time around. I hope that you have, what's my outro? Oh my gosh, it's been one of those days. I apologize. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for being a Patreon supporter. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you have a fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you in the next one. Be remarkable.